Most of what we deal with are backyard trees that are being cut down by local arborists. So we just recently purchased 3 logs from a local arborist. If you saw my last vlog or the vlog before it, we were showing these logs off a little bit. For this situation, we dug it out a little bit, but then there's no way this is coming out without basically hours and hours of time. And at that point, it's just pretty much wrecked. So we just decided to cut the remaining off of this, and we're gonna mill this into the slabs now without the metal attached. So it should do a little bit better without the metal. Now this is one reason I buy logs and I scale logs on the Doyle scale. What that does is actually measure a square cant out of a log. So yeah, when we're cutting live edge lumber, we do actually typically get a little bit more lumber than we scale or like buy from the customer. But you gotta keep in mind, most of these logs that I'm dealing with are in backyards. So a lot of the time there is trouble like this. So if I get even 15 or 20% more lumber in one log, I may lose out on something like this, 10, 20, 15% lumber on another log. So in the end, it typically about evens out. The Doyle scale is how all the sawmills around my location here in Southern Ontario scale logs and pay for lumber. It's just a way that it measures the volume of the wood. There's a certain mathematical formula. I'm sure some person named Mr. Doyle came up with it. So we're gonna go ahead, we're actually gonna put the flat side onto the Woodmizer, 1992 LT40. And long time ago when we first got into the slab game, I decided to cut the sawmill there and I made an insert and the whole top can slide out as you can see, and we can cut a full 42 inches. All you gotta do is pop those 2 bolts out and it slides in and out. Reason I wanted to have it slide in and out, you may have seen Woodmizers that are extended like this. A lot of them are just welded solid. I wanted to be able to go back to a standard length bandsaw blade from Woodmizer, and then I go up to a 184 inch long blade, which is also a standard blade from Woodmizer. That way there's no like custom blades I have to order, so I can hit up those sweet, sweet Woodmizer sales, that free shipping. But we're able to mill a full 42 inches wide. We're down to the stock 28 inches wide. Here is the rest of the log, and these are sweet, sweet slabs. There's a few of these slabs in here that are like 30, 31, 30. As you can see, this one too, 28, 28, 27. Not much variance. It's funny how sometimes after we sawmill, it almost seems like we had a rectangle shaped log. So it looks like we flipped it over. I missed that while I was yapping away there. We just have some 4x4s over there. We flipped her around. Fences are up. Number one, make sure you have your fences up. You do not want your log or your slab or whatever on this side of the sawmill. It is a nightmare. Just a huge, huge nightmare. Oh, I wish he would have pushed it a bit more. Darn. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish these slabs off here on the Woodmizer. This is our mill house where we sharpen our blades, we stock our blades. So out here we got the Woodmizer. This is not normally how we put the waste off, but we'll do this for dramatic effect. Look at that, sawdust. We gotta sweep this off to have a look. Okay, so in this one, we're just getting into the heartwood. Walnut has that bright white sapwood. Let's make another cut. This one's gonna be a beauty, and then we're gonna have a nice book match table out of the remaining 2 slabs. See if I still remember how to do this. I gotta put that panel back on. Check this out. Who's got a push button starter on their telehandler? Sweet. Okay, got a little joystick action. Oh, the seat's hot. Oh man. All right, we came out here in the sunshine. Thought we would give these slabs justice. We got a nail. But we did cut through it. It kept cutting nice and flat. A lot of the time you like kind of graze off the metal and like the top is either harder or the bottom's harder and it will bend a tooth. So here you have a tooth bent on the blade that's like farther than the rest of them. So it kind of leaves you this like washboard look. Still cut nice and flat, which is nice, but yeah, we're left with this little bit of a washboard look, which once you do your surfacing comes right off. So we use a lumber crayon. It's waterproof. You can write on the slabs if it's wet or dry, which is nice. And I just find it really stays on there really well all the way through the kiln drying process, the air drying process. Reverse those two though, because it goes through the air drying first. And then obviously into the kiln. Computing some math right now. And we always do a rectangle on our slabs. So that's the board footage listed on our slabs, the widths, we got the thickness, and we got the length, and typically we'll add a serial number. And yes, virtually all of our green inventory is cataloged. So if you're interested, you're welcome to contact us for A, pricing, B, inventory. And we actually have a nice, pretty good inventory right now of actual kiln dried, ready to work slabs too. So give us a shout, we'll be in touch. You'll be in touch. We'll be in touch with you after you get in touch with us. Thank you. All right, we got pure bacon strip deliciousness. Staining's, in my opinion, kind of cool, unique feature of the table. Hey, look, I have a nail in my table that was cut in half. So these are out of a backyard, local to us, about 20 minutes away. Beautiful logs, we got the whole tree. And there you have it. If you're interested in pricing on material like this, we have decent inventory of both green as well as kiln dried, ready to work slabs. We ship all over North America. Well, thanks again, as always, everyone, for watching.